welcome Kwekusin team, the 1,000 of the Oscar Bimpong brand. How are you doing, sir?
Project. Liberia. Mama Liberia. Must all rise. Let's stand together to fight Corona. Everything is possible. It could be your mama, your papa, brother and sister. Let's stand together to fight this deadly disease now. Walk on the wall with living.
Please share the conclusion of our discussion. Please share.
Everything is possible. It could be your mother, your father, even your sister.
If you are on the page, please share. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show. Step out with Oscar Bimpong. Samuel Lusu, I salute. Nana Yawajima, I salute. We are going to start very soon. Let's enjoy this song, man. A song by Oponria, the president of Liberia, on coronavirus. I love the tune, man. Linda Obina, thank you for coming, for joining us on the show.
It follows that the single most important thing you can do to protect yourself is keep your hands clean by washing them frequently with soap and water or hand sanitizer. What is the incubation period of COVID-19? It is clear that symptoms are showing up in people within 40 days of exposure to the virus. What are the symptoms of COVID-19? COVID-19 symptoms include cough, fever, shortness of breath. In rare cases, COVID-19 can lead to severe respiratory problems, kidney failure, or death. If you have a fever or any kind of respiratory difficulty, such as coughing and shortness of breath, call your doctor.
Comfort Nixon, thanks for joining us. All right, let's go straight to business. Not to... not to waste your time. So we have been talking about opportunities in crisis, and this is our part 5, and that is going to be the conclusion. Opportunities in crisis. We are in crisis, isn't it? And the question is, are there opportunities in this crisis? There are a lot of opportunities. If you go to YouTube and you look for T2i TV, you can see all the series over there. And this is going to be the 5th one. And this is going to be the conclusion portion of it. So, the question is, are there opportunities in crisis? Please, if you're on this page, please, you can share it for somebody to be part of this. Somebody might need this. For all of us to succeed, there is only one thing. Sometimes one word that somebody hears can turn their life around. So let's share this for the world to know that STEPOUT Bimpong is around, and we are talking about opportunities in crisis, and we are on part 5. Now, I want you to write this thing down. It is now established from our part 1 to part 4 that there are opportunities in any crisis. Your duty is to look for it and capitalize on it. Your duty is to identify the opportunities in a crisis and do what? And capitalize on it. Last week, we talked about corporations and big organizations. We were not even talking about multi-million companies. We were talking about multi-billion companies. That is HP, Microsoft, IBM Computers. All these organizations started during what? Crisis, during recession, during depression season. And now they are big multinational organizations. Then what stops us from also planning something during this recession period, during this crisis period that we are in now? I want to talk to you about, I think I talked about this briefly during our first, how do we call it? The first part. And we talked about the Japanese and the Chinese, how they understand crisis. For them, they see crisis as opportunities. There are 2 words that comes out when you talk about the Japanese, for example. When there are crises, they see crisis as danger and they see it as an opportunity. Most of us, we see crisis as only danger but not opportunity. And that is why a lot of us are struggling in life, because we don't see any opportunity when there are crises. We only see danger. So let me give you this scenario. During the Second World War, when America dropped the atomic bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the whole world thought Japan was finished, and there is no way Japan can rise again. And that was a crisis season. That was danger. That was a difficult moment in Japan. But you see, the good thing about Japan is that though it was danger, they also saw opportunity. And after Second World War, Japan came out bigger and better. Now Japan rules when it comes to cars. When it comes to electronics, Japan rules after Second World War. Now you name the cars, from Toyota to Nissan to Mazda to Honda to Mitsubishi, talking about TVs and radios. They came out bigger to rule the world when it comes to electronics. Now I want to ask you that is listening to me, you that is watching me, that can you rule after this crisis? Can you come out bigger and better after this crisis? Before you answer me, you have to ask yourself, what are you doing in this crisis? What are you doing in this crisis? How are you doing things differently? such that when this crisis is over, you will launch yourself to become a force to reckon with. I like this quote by Miles Moron. You can really write this thing down. It's a very powerful quote, and I love it. It says, crisis can cause you to make permanent decisions in a temporal season. That's really powerful, isn't it? Crisis can cause you to make permanent decisions in a temporal season. This crisis is a temporal season. The world will come back to life. Businesses will come back again. The world is going to stand on its feet again. We are going to fly from one country to another again. Meaning that this crisis is a season. The 2008 economic downturn, it never lasted for life. Economic activity have started coming back to life. And now we have got this crisis. Now it is estimated that this crisis is going to really cause the world to be in a very deep depression. And that is what has been said. Whether the world goes into deep depression or not, still, there are still opportunities for you. You can write this quote down. There is a fortune in the word misfortune, and there is possible in the word impossible. I'm going to repeat that again. There is fortune in the word misfortune, and there is possible in the word impossible. So anytime you mention the word misfortune, you have to understand that within the misfortune is fortune. And anytime you mention the word impossible, within that word impossible is possible. Meaning that whatever crisis that you are going through, whatever misfortune that you are going through, whatever impossibility that you are going through, there is always an iota of opportunity in it. It is your mindset. You see, how you see things and your perception about things defines the step that you take in life. So when you see misfortune, probably somebody sees the fortune in the misfortune. When you see impossibility, probably somebody sees the possibility in the impossibility. The question is, what are you seeing? What you are seeing is very critical to the step that you take. What you are seeing is very critical to your success in life. Are you seeing the fortune in the misfortune, or you are seeing the possible in the impossible? It all depends on you. It all depends on where you want to stand. It all depends on how you want to interpret things. All of us are where we are in life just because of the way we interpret things. Your interpretation defines the level that you find yourself in life. So if somebody tells you that you are not good enough, and you interpret it as you are not good enough, then so be it. If you believe that you cannot make it in life, or somebody says no to you and you take it as the reason for giving up, then so be it. How are you interpreting your life? The things that you see. What is the interpretation? This is what I want you to do in this crisis. This is what I want you to do in this crisis. Prepare and plan for your vision. Prepare and plan for your vision. The reason why I'm saying you have to prepare and plan for your own vision is that now, even statistics is showing that just in April, there is about 20.5 million jobs that have been lost in the United States alone. In the United States alone, 20.5 million jobs have been lost. Meaning that this is going to be worse because this virus is not showing any sign of slowing down. And this is cutting across the world. People are going to lose jobs. And if jobs are going to be lost, then this is what I want you to do in this season. What I want you to do is to prepare and plan for your own vision. Number 2, this is what I want you to do in this season. Find mentors. I didn't say mentor. Mentors. Which people are mentoring you? You need to find a spiritual mentor. You need to find a business mentor. You need to find a mentor that is going, you see, you have to have mentors in different areas of your life. People that you can look up to. People that you can discuss certain issues that on a normal day you cannot discuss with anyone. Who do you talk to when you face challenges in business? Which people are surrounding you that are helping you to succeed in life? There are some people, your success can easily be judged by the people that you surround yourself with. It's very simple. The people you surround yourself with create a path for you to follow. So 2, find mentors. Number 3, this is what I want you to do in this season. Seek knowledge in the industry you want to operate. Which industry do you want to operate? Do you want to operate in the finance sector? Do you want to operate in the agricultural sector? Do you want to operate in the educational sector? Do you want to be like a transformational speaker like me, business consultant? Seek knowledge. Buy books. Start going to YouTube and start getting some videos. Start getting inspirational messages. Talk to the right people that are already in the industry that you want to be in. You see, nobody is an island. Nobody is an island. All of us need somebody. For you to succeed, you cannot succeed alone. If you want to succeed alone, I can tell you, you cannot impact life. You impact just a negligible amount of people. But if you want to impact the world, you need people. The biggest resource you need is not the resource in terms of money, but human resource. Those that can guide you, those that can support you, those that can direct you to the right path. Kogu City Mensa says, memory quote for today: there is fortune in the word misfortune, and there is possible in the word impossible. Thank you, sir. Work. The next one is work on a business plan and a strategy. In our generation, you don't need to really get big resources before you can start whatever you want to achieve in life. With the right strategy, you can be able to succeed with minimal resources. Work on your business plan. When I mean a business plan, I don't mean you should go and do an MBA or a PhD kind of business plan. You just have to have a simple business plan. In your finance, how much do you need to start? Which areas are you going to put the money? You have to get all these things on paper. When it comes to marketing, which places are you going to use as marketing platforms? You just have to put things together, get things structured. You see, when you start writing these things down, it gives you the encouragement to push further. Many people don't write things down of what they want to do, what they want to achieve. They don't write it down. Then the last thing is gather resources and possibly start. There is one advice I'm going to give here. Sometimes many people wait for far too long and they never start. Why? Because they don't have the right resources. Now, let me tell you this. We are living in a world now that people have got so much resources that if they give you 0.01% of their resources, you'll be able to succeed with yours. Stop going alone and start partnering with people. If somebody, there's a young man that I mentor, and I told him one day that you have to know when people, there are certain people you don't charge them. There are certain people you build equity with them. Meaning that what you give in return, they give you something back. Because probably their knowledge, their understanding, their network probably can jump you faster than anything else. You see, when we talk about you getting on your vision, the most biggest challenge of many people is money, which is true. But I can tell you that if you position yourself well, money will not be the problem. You can have people that can come on board on your business or your vision that are going to help you to really launch yourself to where you have to be. Whatever you don't have, somebody has it. Can you partner with the person? You see, until we understand this, we'll be back in time and we'll be talking about the same thing 10 years to come. Because many of you will never have the courage to start, because you will be waiting for you to get all the resources alone by yourself to start. And this means that you need to understand which people you are bringing on board. Do they think like you? Are they on the same mindset like you? Do they understand the industry you want to be? If things are difficult, will they have the patience to wait? These are some of the things you look before you bring somebody on board. Now, according to CNN, 20.5 million jobs are lost in the US just this April. Meaning that by the end of this COVID, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. Now, when you lose your job, two things happen. It's either you look for another job or you work on your own vision. I'm going to repeat that. When you lose your job, two things happen. It's either you are going to look for another job or you work on your own vision. But let me tell you this. The way this COVID is going, it means that there are going to be a lot of jobs that are going to be lost. And a lot of organizations are not going to recruit. Because most of them are even going to start from deficit. Not to talk about what? Not to talk about recruiting or investing in other people. So it means that when you lose your job, it is going to be critical for you to even get another job. I'm not saying you cannot get another job, but it is going to be a bit difficult. Now, this is where it is very paramount for you to prepare something on your own on a small scale that probably you can start when this happens. But let me give you this. The question is, what is the best time for you to start your own vision? The fact is, there is no best time to start your own vision. But to start it whilst you have a job is the best. Very interesting, isn't it? There is no best time for you to start your own vision. The best time for you to start your own vision is when you have a job. Somebody will be asking me why. Because you have a job, you have got that security, and you have got extra resources probably that you can invest in yours. So it means that the returns that you are getting from your job, a certain percentage of that can be invested in your own vision. And this is not going to put a lot of stress and pressure on you. So as time goes on, and you continue to invest a percentage of your earnings from your job into your vision, and you you work on your vision on a consistent basis alongside your job, and I can bet you that along the way, your job can your vision can probably overtake your job. And this is why a lot of people fire their bosses and concentrate on their what? On their vision. So the best time for you to pursue your vision is when you have a job. You have got the job to pay your bills, to survive your home, and out of it, you are getting a certain percentage to invest in your vision. Meaning that have a full-time job and your vision as a part-time job. Have a full-time job and your vision as a part-time job. It's very interesting and it's very simple. Meaning that you give your hours to your bosses during the day, and in the evening you invest in your own what? Your time for yourself. You see, one of the things that I always talk about is excuses. I know as I'm saying that you have given 1,001 excuses in your mind why this cannot be possible. But you see, for you to do that, it's a temporal season. You see, back in the days, we used to have 2, 3, 4 jobs when we came abroad. We don't even sleep. We work around the clock. Now, do you want to tell me that is sustainable? So, 2 decades abroad, can you still be doing that? No. So let's look at it this way. That when we even had one job and the other job was used to build our own vision, I can tell you by now, we will be full-time in our own vision. I always say to have 2 masters that you serve. You can have 1 master and you become your own master. That is having 2 jobs. Means that you can drop one and invest one in your own vision. Jerome Ofori Techi, your boy, says full of wisdom. Thank you, sir. And Prophet Gerald Johnson says, keep up the good work, sir. I prophesy greatness in your life. Amen. Now, I want to tell you the difference between your job and your work. Most of the times, people mistake the two in terms of their job and their work. The question is, what is your job and what is your work? Now, you can write these things down. We are giving these things for free. These things, you have to go for conferences and pay money to get it. We are giving it for free. I'm just generous. Now, what is the difference between your work and your job? Now, your job is what you have been trained to do. That is what you went to school for, your degree, your master's, your PhD, your certificate. That is what you were trained to do. That is your job, what you have been trained to do. But your work is what you have been born to do. Now, this is what I want you to understand from today. I want you to start identifying the work that you have been born to do. You see, when you are born, it comes as a package. The package that it comes with is that you have your nose, you have your eyes, you have your ears. These are tangibles, what I call tangibles. But there are some that we call the intangibles, the ones that you don't see. They are your passion, they are your desire, they are your DNA. For example, now let me tell you this. As part of this package, there was something that was added to you that you were born to do, and that was your gift and your talent. It was part of the package when you were being what? Born. But you see, the world has created a system for us where we don't look for that inner work that was given to us. The world has consistently preached that we have to go for education so that we can have that skill to get that job, which is good. I'm not saying it's bad. But the point I want to make it is that because of the consistency of the preaching of the world, we have neglected the work that we were born with. And that is why a lot of us are suffering. Now, the reason why a lot of us are suffering is that because that work that is in us, when we start nurturing it, it becomes so easier for us to really achieve our dreams. Let me give you this example, right? My father has written about 13 books. And my father's books, they have really, really inspired a lot. I always say my father is an unsung hero. If you want to talk about educational people in the educational sector that have really made impact that Ghanaians don't know, my father is one of them. Now I've started writing books. I have used just 14 days to write a book for somebody. I just ghostwrite the book for somebody. 14 days. So when I sent it to the person was like, how? I said, this is a gift. You see, when it comes to your gift, when it comes to your talent, when you start nurturing it and you become better in what you do, you don't struggle. Many are struggling in life because the skills that they were trained to do and what they are doing with their life is not what they were born to do. So they are struggling. Now, the second difference between your work and your job is that your job is your career and your work is your life assignment. What have you been assigned to do in life? What have you been assigned to do in life? Until you identify what you are assigned to do in life, you are more likely to struggle. Many are struggling because they don't know what they were born to do. Now, let me tell you this, yeah? Your fingerprint and your DNA, they are unique. Now, when the police takes my fingerprint and they match it against the database, no other fingerprint will come up except mine. That is the definition of uniqueness. And I also want to tell you that that is the definition of your talent. It's so unique, and that is why if you nurture your talent, you stand out in the marketplace. Look at anybody that they are using their talent to really survive in the marketplace. From footballers, from athletes, from American footballers, from just Formula 1 drivers, just name it. You could see that each and every one, they are unique. You see, the uniqueness of your talent is what makes you distinct in the marketplace. The uniqueness of your talent is what makes you distinct in the marketplace. Now, the third difference between your job and your work. Your job is your skill. Your work is your gift or your talent. From today, I want you to identify that talent. You see, let me tell you one thing about talent that most of you don't understand. You see, your job is a quick fix to make money. The quickest fix for you to make money is your job. And we are living in a world that is so difficult and challenging that we all just rush to get the job because it's a quick fix for us. Because you see, the moment I get a job today, I am assured of money the next week, the next 2 weeks, or the next 30 days. Now, when it comes to your talent, when you identify your talent and you start nurturing your talent, nobody knows the first time that you make money out of it. And this is what has prevented a lot of people to even think about identifying their talent, not to talk about working on it or nurturing it. So let's look at it this way. If I'm a footballer and I'm at the age of 6, I start playing football. I start kicking football. Do I make money? No. You don't make money. The point is that you need to nurture your talent, work on it week in, week out. And you see, what talent does is that, you see, nobody values talent when it starts. It's like when I started on social media, and even people that knew me, they'll say, oh, this guy, what is he doing? Because people that knows me back in the days, they didn't see this part of me. And I can bet you that when I wrote something on Facebook, the whole day nobody likes it. The whole day nobody comments. When I share on social media or on WhatsApp, nobody even comes back to say that, look, your message was great. No. Why? Because they haven't seen any value in me. You see, people will invest in your talent at the point that they see value in it. And how do you develop to the stage of what? Become valuable. It's about the consistency of doing what you do, and over time, people will realize that, wow, among this space, this person is good. And that is why people start calling you. When we started this business, sometimes we go and speak somewhere with our last money, buy fuel. And when they finish, they will say, God bless us. But today, anybody that contacts us knows that, look, they cannot leave us idle. They need to pay. Why? Because now we have got to the stage where we are becoming valuable in the marketplace. So from the time you start nurturing your talent to the time your talent becomes valuable, it's a big gap. And that big gap, a lot of people cannot stand the test of time. So they run, get a job, which is good to survive and pay your bills, but rather neglect their talent. Now, the fourth difference between your work and your job. Your job will retire you, but your work will never retire you. As I'm here, I can retire from my job. Even now, I don't do jobs anymore. I do my self-employed, right? But if you have got a job, at a particular age, somebody will pension you. Somebody will say, enough is enough. We don't need your services. Go home. We want to employ young blood. But I want to tell you, can somebody retire Oscar Bimpong from speaking? I just want to ask you this. Can somebody tell Oscar Bimpong that you cannot speak anymore? No. Nobody can retire me. Nobody can retire me. That is why I'm saying that this COVID-19 is an opportunity for you to nurture your talent. It's an opportunity to work on your talent. So that when it gets to the age where somebody says you have to go to pay for your pension, that is why you tell them that, look, I'm going for this pension, but this is where my talent also starts from. At the age of 80, Oscar Bimpong can speak if he's still blessed with strength. And the most amazing thing is that by that time, my value will be so high that when I go and speak, I make by $20,000 one night. And that is what somebody's pension may be for the next 10 years. Being given to them bit by bit. Are you positioning yourself for the future? I always say that my messages is not for everyone. If you are on this platform and your aim is to have a job and go for pension and just relax with your life, my messages are not for you. My messages are for people that wants to impact the world whilst they still even have a job. You can have your job and still nurture your talent on the side. You can have a job and still be singing. You can have a job and still be writing books. You can have a job and still be there is so much that you can do. Now the last one. You can be sacked from your job. But with your work, nobody can sack you. So this COVID-19, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. That is why I'm telling you that you need to start working on your work. And your work is your God-given assignment on earth. What are you born to do? What are you born to do? What are you born to do on this earth? Many don't know. Now, write the following down. Your gift is bigger than your skills if nurtured. Your gift or your talent is bigger than your skills if nurtured. Anybody that uses their talent to survive in the marketplace, they negotiate how much they earn. Nobody dumps on them how much they want to pay them. They negotiate. So Lionel Messi goes for his contract and he negotiates how much he wants to earn. As a consultant, if you are going for some projects, you negotiate. Nobody just tells you, I want to pay you this. No, this is how much I'm valued. Write this thing also down. Use your job to refine your gift. Because there are so many skills that you are going to acquire from your work or your job that can help you in your work. Working with corporations has really given me insight in terms of how organizations work. And this skill has really helped me in terms of developing my training materials. In the business world, how does things work? In the corporate world, how do they really work things out? Or working in an organization and acquiring certain skills have really helped me in my work. That is in my talent development. Write this in also down. Every gift is a business. Every gift is a business. When you look at the likes of Ronaldo, you know how many people they employ? The likes of the Lionel Messi, they employ lawyers, they employ consultants, they employ cookers, they employ a lot of people. The bosses, they employ promoters. You see, every gift is a business. It's very interesting, isn't it? I love this. Now, write this thing down. This is a very big strategy for those that want to use their gift or their talent to penetrate the market. There is one thing I want you to understand, is that one of your biggest strategy to penetrate any market is initially just give your gift out freely. Just give your gift out freely. Now, let me give you an example. I was listening to Miles Moron, and he went to the United States to go, and he was on a conference. Now, on the conference, he was speaking about your purpose in life. And after speaking, a lady came to see him, and it was like, this message was for me. And he said the next day, he was going to surprise Miles Moron with a gift. So this lady brought cookies to Miles Moron, and he said, look, this is my gift. And because of this message, I'm going to work on this gift. And Miles Moron says he took the cookies to his hotel room, and he enjoyed it. So when he came in, he just called the woman out of the conference, and he said, look, your cookies taste very nice. I really enjoyed it. And he said, I'm going to give you a secret. Just do these cookies. Give it to your family, your friends, your neighbors, your aunties. Give it to them for free. Now, when he left back to Barbados, this woman started pursuing this vision. And the woman started giving these cookies out for free to neighbors, to friends, to aunties, to everybody that's around. Now, within a week or two, she started getting orders from families and neighbors. Now, in a year's time, Miles Moron said he came on the same conference again. And when he finished on the first day, the woman came and said, do you remember me? And it was like, no. And it was like, I've got this for you. And Miles Moron said it was a well-branded bag. And in it were cookies. And the cookies were just put in some special bags. And she said, I am the lady that I spoke to you the last time. When you came here last year, and I gave you cookies. Say, wow, yeah, you are the one. Now, this is what happened. The lady now had her cookies in almost all the shops in her state. Now, the lady, I guess if I'm not mistaken, had over 200 people working for her. Now, Miles Moron said when she went, because this woman was it a chambermaid or so at the hotel? That's the work that she was doing. So this woman, in a nutshell, was struggling in life. The money was not enough. Life was difficult because the work that she was doing wasn't paying well. Now, she said when she opened the bag, in it was an envelope. And it said, thank you. And there was $10,000 in it as a gift from Miles Moron. Now, this is what I want you to understand. You see, a lot of people are not able to succeed with their talent because from day one, they want to make money out of it. I want to tell you that if you have got a money mentality when it comes to your talent, there is no way you can succeed. What you need to do is to give out your talent out for free. Some of us, up till now, we still give our talent out for free. There are some places I will go and do training. There are some places I will go and speak, and I don't even charge you. Do you know why? I always want them to have an opportunity to feel who Oscar Bimpong is all about. And when I'm able to make an impact, I am always called for the 18th time. And when I'm called for the second time, they don't leave me empty-handed. The point is that you have to create an opportunity for people to experience your talent. And when they are able to do that, then you are on the right path. But if you use money as a stumbling block, preventing people to experience what you can do best, then it means that there's no way you can succeed with your talent. Somebody might be saying, I don't even have the resources to start, the capacity to start. You can always be strategic about it. There are some you do for free, there are some you charge to balance it. Because you see, when people don't see value in it, they even find it difficult to really use you. So if you are finding it difficult to even attract people, and you are still using money, and that money is as a stumbling block for people to really use your gifting and your talents, then it means that you're going nowhere. I'm about to close. I want you to write this thing down. Have a job, but never cease to have your work on the side. Have a job, but never cease to have your work on the side. Very interesting. Your job is what you are trained to do. Your work is what you are born to do. This is what I want to do in this crisis season. Mind me to just wrap up so that we can go and have fun. What I want you to do in this during this crisis season, I want you to sow a seed. And that seed is the idea that you have. That seed is the idea that you have. Number 2, seeds grow in crisis and even in poor countries. I have never seen a seed that you sow in a poor country, and because the country is poor, you say the seed will not grow. No. So it means that your idea can even grow on a poorer country. There is no way ideas don't grow on poor countries. Number 3, within your seed is your purpose and passion. Within your seed is your purpose and your passion. A life without passion is like a car without a fuel. No matter how latest your car is, no matter the specs of your car, no matter the size of the engine of your car, no matter how elegant your car is, if there is no fuel in it, that car will never move. Many of you are not moving forward with your idea, with your purpose in life, just because you are not passionate about it. Your passion is the fuel of your life. Whatever you are doing that you are not passionate about, it means that it's a work that you are not born to do. I can't stop what I'm doing. I can't stop. Sometimes I want to have a break, but I can't. Because I love what I do. I love it. I'm married to what I do. I'm in bed with what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. Many of you haven't got to that stage because you haven't even identified what you love doing. And that is a challenge. Number 4, in every seed is a forest. In every seed is a forest. Meaning that your idea, there is a forest in it. That idea can grow to become the biggest multinational company that you can ever think of. Because if the seed can become the biggest tree you can ever imagine of, in the same way your idea can become the biggest what? Multinational company that you can think of. Number 6, have a job during the day and never be idle during the evening with your work. Very interesting. Have a job during the day and never be idle during the evening with your work. Very interesting. Many of you have got a job in the day, but in the evening you are always idle. Meaning that have your job, but in the evening pursue your own vision. Work on your own vision. Start that idea from 5 o'clock to 11 p.m. every day. Work on your vision. Many prefer to use that time to watch television and have a good time, which is not bad. But the point is that the person that you are investing your time in during the day, that person one day can tell you that enough is enough. Have a side hustle. Something you can call your own. It doesn't matter how small it is. It will surely grow if you are consistent on it. Number 7, no one was born with a job, but all of us were born with a gift or a talent. I think this is even another topic that we can even treat it for 1 hour. No one was born with a job, but all of us were born with a gift or a talent. Work on your talent. Number 8, your future is never tomorrow, but today. Your future is never tomorrow, but today. In other words, your future is not ahead of you, but within you. If some of you have been writing this thing down, you could have made the conversation, could have made the conversation more. Yes, your future is never tomorrow, but today. In other words, your future is not ahead of you, but within you. If you are idle today, don't expect anything tomorrow. But if you are working on your vision today, then there is hope for tomorrow. So many are idle, but they are expecting something better tomorrow. That is false. That there is no foundation or that nothing will happen. You cannot be idle today and expect any good thing tomorrow. What you do today is what is going to warrant something different tomorrow. The question is, what are you doing today? The last one. Please, let somebody write this thing on the page for me. Let somebody write this thing on the page for me. Seeds are never in recession. Seeds are never in recession. I've never seen anyone that says that my seeds are in recession. No. In the same way, no idea will ever be in recession. Your work is to start working on that idea. Your duty is to start investing in that idea, in that talent, in that gift. Start investing in it. I always tell people that you always become better by doing. You never become better by being idle. And by doing means that it's not about you doing today and going on holiday the next day. It's about the consistency of your action. Many are not consistent because their eyes are glued to distractions rather than focusing on what? On the vision. What many don't understand is that distractions is part of the journey. The moment you take your eyes off your goals, what you see is distractions. Focus is key. I'm going to end. We are almost done. Your success in life was planted within you in the form of your talent. Identify and nurture it. Your success in life was planted within you in the form of your talent. Identify and nurture it. I want you to understand that you are born for greatness. And you are very unique. And your uniqueness can never be compared with anyone else. Your uniqueness can never be compared to anyone else. You just have to really understand what you really want to achieve in life. And that is the only way you can succeed. I want to encourage you that in the midst of this crisis, there are opportunities. In the word misfortune, there is a fortune. And in the word impossibility, there is possibility. It's how you see it. How you identify things, your perception. What somebody sees as a failure, somebody sees as a success. What somebody sees as impossibility, somebody sees as an opportunity. It's about where you stand. Now, people are buying shares. But people are seeing this time as a bad time to invest. When there was 2008 economic downturn, people were buying houses when their houses market was going down. But today, they are reaping the benefits. Whenever there are crises, there are opportunities. It's up to you to capitalize on it. What are you seeing? Everything is here. Success and failure starts here. It doesn't start from what you don't have. It starts from here. Many have lost the battle here. If you lose the battle here, you can never win it in real life. That is why I want you to get my book coming out. Mindset Revolution. Re-engineering the mind from prison. Excuse me. Re-engineering the mind from prison to purpose. Is an amazing book, man. I love the book. And I'm working on another one. Powerful book. Leadership Lens. A spectacle that everyone should wear. That is the legacy we want to leave. It's a legacy. What legacy do you want to leave? And I'm still also on my coaching. I'm still on my coaching. The Mindset Revolution coaching. Just inbox me and join. It's done on Skype. Only 3 sessions. Prepare your mind that after the crisis, you will launch yourself into the marketplace. Prepare your mind. Prepare your mind. Prepare your mind. I always say that work on your mind before you work on your vision. Many work on their vision, neglecting their mind, and that is why they go and they face challenges and they give up. You see, when you are working on your vision and you face challenges, it is not the vision that faces the challenge, it's the mind. That is why those that have really developed their mind to a certain level, they are always able to find solutions to problems. Some people have got all the resources, but they still fail. Why? Because their mind has not been set to operate at a certain realm where challenges abound. I want you to understand. I want you to understand that you can achieve your goals if you work hard at it. If you believe in yourself and you pursue your vision. There is nothing impossible under the sun. You are your own limitation. Until you wake up and get up and fight the battle ahead, there is no way you can succeed. I want you to share this video if you loved it. Send it on WhatsApp. Get the link. Send it on WhatsApp. Let somebody listen to this because somebody might need this. This is a powerful message. And this is going to bring us to the end of our 5-part series of crisis in opportunities in crisis. And this Wednesday, we'll be coming your way with something special. This is your man, Oscar Bimpong, on Step Out with Oscar Bimpong. It's going to be a powerful, powerful lockdown series. And I'm trying to see whether maybe I'll be able to do some interviews, which is, get some people on board and do some interviews. Probably we'll be looking at Instagram or something. We'll see how things go. Stay blessed and have a wonderful weekend. This is your man, Oscar Bimpong. I love you all. God bless you. Bye-bye.